Now, this is an interesting story on a couple of counts. One, it's the Koch brothers versus Donald Trump. Ooh, who's gonna win? Well, for the moment being, I have an answer for you. That's at the end of the story. Secondly, it's interesting because the donors have become so brazen that they're basically flaunting the bribes they have for politicians out in public. Before, they used to be a little embarrassed that they would do it, subtly. They would do it when privately and in the dark. Now they just come out and tell the press. So CNN is reporting the advocacy groups helmed by Charles and David Koch have unveiled a new pool of money for advertisements, field programs, and mailings that would exclude those who vote for the healthcare bill they oppose on Thursday. The effort, which they described as worth millions of dollars, is an explicit warning to the on-the-fence Republicans from one of the most influential players in electoral politics not to cross them. Okay, but they're gonna get more specific. So the Koch brothers have an umbrella organization that feeds into all these different so-called think tanks. They're not thinking about a damn thing. They do exactly as the Koch brothers tell them to do, and the Koch brothers do this based on almost purely their own business interests. It ain't about freedom. It isn't about any kind of conservative ideology. It's obviously about how am I gonna get bigger tax cuts because that's gonna save me billions of dollars. How am I gonna get deregulation because that's gonna save my industry's money. But they don't like Trump on a couple of counts. One, on the healthcare bill, as draconian as it is, they don't think it's draconian enough. And they don't like on the trade wars that he's threatening because it affects their other business interests. So they send out their cronies, in this case, Tim Phillips, who's the president for Americans for Prosperity. Well, that group is at least somewhat honestly labeled. They're like, we're for the prosperous and not for you. Anyway, Tim Phillips says, we want to make certain that lawmakers understand the policy consequences of voting for a law that keeps Obamacare intact. Now, does Trump care really keep Obamacare intact? Of course not. That's a preposterous thing to say. 25 million people are gonna lose their health insurance. But according to the Koch brothers, no, not right-wing enough. I want it more decimated so I could have further tax cuts for the rich. So then Tim Phillips says, we have a history of following up and holding politicians accountable, but we will also be there to support and thank the champions who stand strong and keep their promise. Now, if this wasn't backed up by money, you say, look, I'm gonna help the guys I like and not help and hurt the guys that vote against me, I get it. But here they just announced they have a new multi-million-dollar fund, and then they come out and say, yeah, we are going to give you a ton of money if you vote with us, and if you don't vote with us on healthcare, we won't give you the money. You know, Americans have a word for that. It's called bribery. But the Supreme Court made it legal. They say, oh yeah, they're just, money is speech, they're just talking to them. The Koch brothers are just having a conversation with the congressman and saying, you'll either get millions of dollars or you won't get millions of dollars. Bribery, what name so? I don't know what you're talking about. No, those are just honest, independent expenditures. That's just speech. The rest of us know this, but the establishment in Washington looks at this and thinks it's business as usual. That's why we're sick of Washington. Now, CNN explains the group of high-powered donors plans to spend between $300 and $400 million on political projects over the 2018 cycle. So that is an awful lot of money to have at their disposal and to be able to deliver those bribes to those politicians who vote in the ways that help the Koch brothers. Now, those bribes might have been legalized, but they are still bribes. Now, if you're thinking, well, maybe CNN took them out of context or something. No, they retweeted CNN's story just to make sure everybody knows, hey, we weren't kidding and we are threatening you. And yes, we will give you the money if you vote our way. And Tim Phillips then went to other outlets, including Talking Points memo, quoting him as saying, members of Congress know how serious we take a vote like this. And then they also went to Politico, they went to everywhere. Here's James Davis, Freedom Partners, Executive Vice President, another Koch group. Network organizations, meaning the Koch brothers network, will stand with principled lawmakers who will oppose the House health care proposal. So well, now that we know where the bribes are going, what was the result? The Republicans were supposed to have a vote today. You know what happened? No vote. Oops. Looks like the Koch brothers won this round. Now I want to be clear on what they wanted. So let's go to an explanation now from Huffington Post. The House Freedom Caucus has negotiated with the White House. That's the Freedom Caucus is the more right-wing guys, the guys that the Koch brothers like. Negotiated with the White House on potentially eliminating essential health benefits and some unknown provisions in Title I of the Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare. That expansive section of the 2010 health care law Republicans are trying to repeal includes provisions requiring coverage for people with pre-existing conditions and allowing young adults to remain under a parent's plan until they're 26 years old. So the Koch brothers have said, no, you will keep no part of Obamacare. Yes, the rich are gonna get a $600 billion tax break even under the new healthcare plan. Yes, 25 million people will lose their insurance. Yes, senior citizens will have to pay a lot more, but it's still not enough. Make sure you go hit the young and the people that are under 26, they're living with their parents. No, they can't have their insurance, their parents' insurance anymore. You got a pre-existing condition, your problem, not my problem. Then the Koch brothers have the audacity to contribute to things like cancer research. Then if you got cancer though, and it's a pre-existing condition, sorry, you're not gonna get health insurance. Go out there and die in the streets, because I need more tax breaks. But they won today. And finally, here's a description of what happened. The president's vaunted deal-making skills have failed him so far. He didn't pick up any new support by offering to eliminate essential health benefits from the bill, but instead lost a wave of moderates and made the measure more politically toxic than it had been. So now this is ironic. Trump finds himself in the same position as Obama. Trump is now finding out there is no appeasing the Koch brothers. There's no appeasing the Freedom Caucus. There's no appeasing the extreme right-wingers. Now, they're so right-wing, they're now making Trump look moderate. I mean, he is nowhere near moderate, and this healthcare plan is an absolute disaster. But they're even further right of him, and no matter how much he concedes to them, just like Obama, he's found out there's never enough concessions. So he says, okay, maybe we'll kill pre-existing conditions even though they're incredibly popular, and he still doesn't have their vote. It's never enough. The greed of the Republican donors is endless. There is no bottom to that. So and on top of that, now he's lost the moderates because they're like, I'm running in Pennsylvania and other swing states, and you're telling me I'm gonna take away the one part of the rule that everybody loves, pre-existing conditions, and I'm gonna throw 25 million people out of health insurance and and we're gonna cut Medicaid. And when you said we wouldn't cut Medicaid, we're gonna get killed out there. So right now there is no deal. I know Trump thinks he's a great deal maker. No, the deal that he proposed actually got neither side to work with him. So what they have on their hands right now is an absolute mess. Because at the end of the day, the one thing that Republican politicians listen to most is their donors. Let's put some watchers on the wall, investigative journalists to run down the Trump administration and the establishment. You can make that happen. TYTnetwork.com/go.